It's like, no, he walked up to the biggest, scariest guy he could find and was like, punch me in the face.
Well, I'm Matt.
And I'm Carter.
And welcome to Is Kind of a Gray Area.
Yep, welcome back, folks.
And not to give you guys any spoilers, but I heard Carter was writing down some stuff earlier. And I think we're talking about bounce houses today, guys.
First of all, how did you hear me write something down?
You write loudly.
But how did you hear the word that I was writing?
You write loudly.
Doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, today's shade is about violence.
Very
welcomed
different.
Violence. Violence that has been asked upon the one who doth ask. So I came across this video on Reddit that I thought was interesting. There's this guy outside of a club or a bar somewhere, and he goes up to the bouncer and tells him, like, you should take a swing at me. Like, if you miss, you have to let me in. If you don't, then I'll just walk away. And the bouncer's like, all right, yeah, fine, man. Okay, whatever. So he hits the guy, knocks him out. The guy falls down on the concrete and, like, hits his head. And then the bouncer ended up getting charged with assault and having to, like, go through the whole legal thing. And so that struck me as weird, though, that he would be punished because the person asked him to punch him in the face. Mm-hmm. Not even, like, hit me, come on, man, just hit me. Like, literally, he was like, hey, man, come on, like, just take a swing at me, like, it's all good, like, I'm asking you to, like, in a friendly, cordial, I'm okay with this, not as a, like, hit me, I'm threatening you kind of way. And then a lot of the people on Reddit were saying, like, yeah, but, I mean, like, he could have been seriously injured, like, it's like, okay, sure, that's horrible. Again, he asked to be punched in the face. The shade officially for today is, if someone asks you to hit them and you do and they get hurt, should you be punished?
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and give like a very light comparison to this.
Okay.
If you are allergic to milk, if you are lactose intolerant,
right,
and you go up to someone and you're like, hey, can I please have some like mac and cheese? Okay. Like, hey, can I have some mac and cheese? And they're like, sure. And they give you mac and cheese and then you get sick from it. Is it their fault?
No.
No, it's your fault.
No.
Because you asked for it. And you know, just like you know a punch in the face is going to hurt and probably cause a little bit of damage. You know that mac and cheese is going to cause a little bit of damage and is probably going to hurt.
Right.
So, I mean, I think it's his fault, man. The guy that asked, I think it's his fault. Because he asked for it.
I would agree. You know, like the whole circumstance around that of like, yeah, but like he fell on the concrete, like he could have died, like that's really dangerous. It's like, yeah, okay, this was a stupid thing to do.
Period.
But again, it was the person who asked. It was really their fault.
Yeah.
It's not even like they were just like, hey, anyone in this crowd hit me. And then like the 7-foot-tall, 300-pound bouncer was like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's like, no, he walked up to the biggest, scariest guy he could find and was like, punch me in the face. That's on him.
I think it is. I mean, I would love to know what the universe says about this because morally, maybe it's not.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's the bouncer should have been like, no, man, you could seriously get injured. And look at that concrete, man. You're going to fall on that concrete. I'm a big dude. Like, it's not, that's dangerous. But
I'm going to look up the legal definition of battery real quick. Definition: in criminal law, battery is a physical act that results in harmful or offensive contact with another person without that person's consent.
Oh.
In tort law, the intentional causation of harmful or offensive contact with another person without that person's consent. Again, I don't know what this guy was even being charged with then.
Well, that's great because that means Cornell, that's built in with stupid people in mind. Mm-hmm. It's like, listen, if you ask to get punched in the face, no one's going to take any legal action against you because you're stupid enough to ask for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, apparently this guy got in trouble, which is weird.
Maybe it was dropped. Was it dropped? Or maybe it was just charged and then they dismissed it.
I don't know. I didn't look up like the case info.
I like to hope it. I like to think that it was dismissed because of how stupid it was, and apparently legally doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of is that like he just looks like a big scary guy, so they're like, no, of course it's his fault.
Yeah.
I was like, but there's cell phone footage of at least like 3 or 4 people there that were recording this.
Yeah, some guy was like, hey, dude, hit me. You're just like, okay, can you wait? Can I just kind of... Yeah, oh, sorry, go ahead, say that again. You definitely start filming when some idiot starts saying that.
But yeah, okay, I mean, that settles it for me. If this guy consented to this, it is totally his fault.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to hear what some of you guys think about this. Please comment, because I can see people arguing the other side of this as being like, you know that you could hurt someone, you shouldn't do that even if they're asking you to.
Yeah.
So, which I'm not disagreeing with. I just still think the burden of the act falls on the person requesting it.
That's true. So if someone says, hey, stab me, and then you stab them, just to go on the opposite side of this where it's more intense,
Right.
then I guess you wouldn't get in trouble as long as there's proof that they asked you to.
Oh, man.
I
don't know. I mean,
I'm not going to test that.
Maybe it gets trickier if it's like there's a higher risk of death.
Because
even if someone was like, I want you to kill me, you're legally, I know you're not allowed to just kill them. I don't know where the gray area is in this, but I know it's here somewhere.
I think we don't know where the line is.
We need a
because
lawyer.
This is the gray area.
I think maybe the difference is like the psychological competence. Like if you're asking someone to stab you or kill you, you're probably going through some stuff that could be treated or helped by somebody. But if you're just a guy at a party who's like doing a stupid trick to impress someone, that's not a cry for help. That's just you being dumb.
That's true. But, and I guess in this case, the guy didn't want to get punched because he wanted to see what punching in the face would feel like.
Yeah.
Like, I want that pain. He was more like, I'm trying to get in this club, and I'm willing to exchange the potential of a punch in the face. And before he gets finished that sentence, he got punched in the face.
Yeah.
To get in.
Yeah.
So
now, I will say, honestly, to be fair, the guy did kind of sucker punch him. It was after he asked him to do it. Told him the whole, if you miss, you have to let me in thing. And then he was, still standing there talking. He was like, yeah, man, blah, blah, blah. And then the guy hit him. There wasn't a break where he was like, all right, go ahead. It was kind of a sucker punch. But again, he did ask for it.
I think you need to stand a minimum of 4 feet away from someone that you're asking them to punch you so that you are maybe a little bit more ready. You do not get in someone's face and ask them to punch you and then list the rules.
Yeah. But then also, to be fair, like we said, this whole thing is really dumb.
Yeah.
And the bouncer should have been aware of that.
He deals with dumb people all day, every day.
Yeah.
Or all night. I don't know. So for this, I guess you want to say that he was an idiot. He shouldn't be charged anything.
I don't know what I want to say. What do you want to say?
Oh, wow. I think it's not the bouncer's fault. I think it's the guy's fault for asking.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This is the first in our show's history, but I don't have an answer. So I will say that it's the bouncer's fault for the sake of the universe.
Okay.
And then my answer is just whatever the universe decides.
Okay.
I don't know here.
I hope everyone agrees with me.
Right. If you're a lawyer, please let us know what we're missing here that would make this more obvious.
Yeah, and that might be help with future episodes. But lawyers, comment down below.
Please do.
Yeah.
All right. So bouncer's fault, guy's fault. No, wait. Guy's fault.
No, guy's fault.
Guy's fault, bouncer's fault.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Boom! It is the guy's fault. He's an idiot. And do you think that now? Because the universe just said it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I do. Peer pressure. I'm right on the line, so it's not peer pressure. Okay, yeah, so it's the guy's fault. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, me too.
He peer pressured the bouncer to hit him.
So, Carter.
Yes.
We've talked about, on the show and off the show, if we had our own show. And we do, which is cool. But no, I
don't know if I remember these conversations then.
Like a sitcom type show, where a Netflix, like a series.
Right.
Not like a series that we have. It's different. You guys get it.
A sitcom. We're obviously not a sitcom.
We're not a sitcom. So we thought about this. So that kind of spurred today's Would You Rather. So would you rather be the main character, all right, the main character in a show that you love, but other people don't really like it that much?
Okay.
All right.
So I'm
the main
leading
character.
A show that I like, but no one else likes.
Yes.
Okay.
Or you're just a background character, like that person at the coffee shop you see every episode barely, in a show that everyone loves.
Okay.
Like The Flash.
Right, like The Flash.
Yeah. So background character of an amazing show, or the main character of a show that people don't really like, but you love it.
I, as an American, tend to care more about my experience
Okay.
than what people think of me. So...
I feel like that's backwards for Americans. I feel like Americans...
Oh, really? You think America as a whole, we care what other people think about us?
We care more than... like.
What about America currently makes you think that we're acting on our best behavior for other people?
That's true.
Point out something that we're going out of our way to be polite on.
As a country, I'm going to say no. We care more about ourselves than how we perceive ourselves, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
But,
yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So I think I would take the main character thing. It's an ensemble cast, right? Like, it's not just like me, I'm the only character.
No,
like,
it's not like the movie Moon.
Okay.
Starring Sam Rockwell. Great side little gem, hidden
Who
gem.
watches IKAGA?
Prove us wrong.
Please.
Sam, comment down below.
Yeah. If we just do that and people reach out to a bunch of celebrities and like, where's this IKAGA I keep hearing about?
And Sam Rockwell was on it?
Right?
How was I not on this?
You know, it's funny because that's what producers will do sometimes is like they'll go to someone and be like, hey, we want you, Steven Spielberg's making this movie. He really wants you to do it. And then Brad Pitt's like, oh, Steven Spielberg wants me in it. Then the production company goes to Spielberg and they're like, hey, we've got this project. Brad Pitt's attached to it. He really wants to work with you. It's like, well, I mean, if you've got Brad Pitt, I guess. And then they make the movie.
It works.
And at some point on set, that has to come up, I'm sure. And they're both just like, we're here now.
I heard you insisted on me being here. We got played, didn't we?
Yep.
Yep. We're already 200 days into shooting, so we're doing this.
Ooh, that's a long shoot.
I don't know how long movies take.
Usually
Someone hire me.
2 to 3 months is
okay.
standard. 200, that's like some Stanley Kubrick. Or no, Francis Ford Coppola. That's Apocalypse Now, right?
Yes. Francis.
We got into some dangerous territory for me because I can go off on a lot of tangents here.
Yeah, a lot of video stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, I would like to be a main character in something, unless the other show I do also love. But I think it might be more fun to be the main character in something too.
Yeah, I'm associating this with the show The Flash because we watched The Flash, we love it.
Right. If it was the choice between me being in the background of an episode of Flash or being in my own show, I would go with Flash.
It's really tough because it would be always like you either have your own show and you're the main character, which would be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
A ton of fun. We have a ton of fun with this show.
Yeah.
I can't imagine if there was like a whole studio of this. Like,
Could you imagine just being
legit.
the actor?
Yeah, being an actor would be. I hear it's exhausting, but it'd be great.
Yeah, but think about like not having to write your own lines.
Yeah.
Or come up with the budget.
Yep.
Or location scout.
Yeah.
Or tech scout.
Show up and do your best. That's basically what it is.
Kind of a sweet gig.
I would go with having my own series and being the main actor.
Okay.
Because as much as I would love to be in an episode of Flash or like, a constant person in the background, returning character in the background of Flash, I would always be the background. I would like to further it, but you never would.
Right.
You would always be the background. So I like to have my own show. It's something that I'd be proud of. Like this show, we're super proud of this, whether it gets huge or just dies off for I don't know what reason, but we're proud of this. We love this show.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess those are our answers.
Yeah.
We found out that it was the guy's fault, not the bouncer.
Yes. Idiot.
Right, so I guess officially for the shade, the answer is if you ask someone to hit you, it's your fault if you get hurt.
Yes.
That's the answer. And we would both like to be the stars of our own show because that's not selfish of us at all.
Nope.
Well, if you guys like today's episode, there's a lot more out there that stars the two of us. And as we just said, that is clearly our dream. So go support our dreams. It would mean a lot to us. And if you tell us your dream, maybe we'll support that too.
Yeah, you never know. But in the meantime, remember to comment, like, and message Sam Rockwell for us. No, I'm just kidding. Push subscribe, but also Sam Rockwell.
Yes.
Yeah.
And silence your phone before the movie begins.
Ring the notification bell.
Hire bouncers around Christmas to keep carolers away.
And give your favorite nightclub bouncer a hug. He probably needs it.
Yeah, why not?
And as always,
IKAGA.
Yay!